Liam Scales played an important part in the Aberdeen defence last year. Will he do the same again this year? Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football, and the answer to that question, it all relies on Brendan Rodgers. Brendan Rodgers was speaking about Liam Scales, the possibility of him leaving Celtic on loan. Aberdeen are interested. There's other clubs interested, and Rodgers himself is interested in loaning out Liam Scales, but not at the moment. He doesn't know right now whether or not Liam Scales will be an Aberdeen player, a Celtic player, or play for someone totally else. Why does he not know? Because Carl Stalfelt has left the club. That has left Brendan Rodgers a player short, and he now doesn't want to get rid of Liam Scales until he can bring in a replacement, which makes perfect sense. This is what Rodgers had to say on the whole Liam Scales transfer debacle. Quote, "By the end of the window, we'll be in a position where we'll know where we are with the squad. I know where we need to strengthen. Liam has trained really well in pre-season. I'd seen hardly anything of him, so I wanted to take the chance to see him. It's all about the timing, going out to play. There's obviously benefits to staying here and working with an intense group. Ultimately, it's about game time as well for the players." Liam turned 25 the other day, and he will have that mindset, I'm sure, at that age of wanting to play. But his attitude has been first class, and he has the qualities as a player. We'll just assess where it's at over the coming weeks. End of quote. So Rodgers then rates him as a player, but by the sounds of that, he doesn't think that he is good enough to play an important role for Celtic this season. Therefore, he would benefit more from a loanee to Aberdeen because he's not going to get that much game time at Celtic. He then went on to talk about Aberdeen and how they have a good squad, how Barry Robson has done a good job, how they've strengthened over the summer, and how he believes it would be a good place for Liam Scales to play his football this season and help him develop as a player even further. I mean, that does all make sense to me, but when you think about it, Liam Scales, like Roger said, he just did turn 25 the other day. 25 isn't that young anymore. I totally get it, right? He's not hit his prime yet, but it's not like Liam Scales is 19, 20, 21. The guy's 25. How much longer is he going to be loaned around to different clubs just year in, year out? I think Liam Scales will probably want to settle down. I think he will probably want to find a permanent club. And at the age of 25, if that permanent club is not Celtic, then it's probably never going to be Celtic. That is just the reality of the fact. You have to be honest here. He's 25. I think he's good enough to play a role. If he stays at Celtic right now, he's probably, what, third or fourth choice defender. Would you put him ahead of Welsh? I'm not too sure. I think some people would, but right now he's at best third. Celtic bringing in another centre-back, that moves him down to fourth. If he's behind Welsh, then he's fifth choice. Is that what he wants? Does he want to be fifth choice centre-back, or would he rather move out on loan and become a regular in another team? If that's the case, if he's only fifth choice at Celtic and he has to get loaned out to be a regular, then sooner or later he's going to have to look at the option of making a move to a different club permanently, because he could stay at Celtic. I mean, he could get loaned out every single year, but what's the point? What is the point? Why not get some stability? Why not get a permanent move done? If Liam Scales isn't good enough now at the age of 25, the likelihood is he's never going to be good enough for Celtic. That's what I think, guys. I think that makes perfect sense. Let me know what you guys think. Do it in the comments. I think Scales is a good player. I think he played a decent role for Aberdeen last season, and I think he would make Aberdeen stronger again this season. And I actually think that he makes Celtic stronger. I know he's not first choice. I know he's not probably the backup, but I think if Celtic do not bring in another centre-back, then they definitely need to keep him, and that is why Brendan Rodgers is taking his time with this move. But no, for me, Celtic can use Liam Scales, but it's not ideal. Let's be honest. You don't want to be going into big Old Firm games with Liam Scales. You don't want to be going into games in Europe with Liam Scales, and that's probably going to be his limit. You know, he's probably going to be a decent Scottish Premiership player, but I don't think he's going to be anything beyond that. And he'd play an important role for anyone outside of the Old Firm, but for the Old Firm, he's always going to be just a rotation player, in my opinion. Let me know your opinion down below in the comments, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Been Fog Football. Thanks for watching. Liam Scales to Aberdeen could be happening, but it's not going to happen until Rodgers gets in another centre-back. Till next time, peace.